Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Ready? 52. 10-2 stop.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Stand.
10-49. Shoot. Out.
And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Second and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here we go. 30 base.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Snap.
On second down, Elway. He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Man, that's trash.
To throw is Elway. Complete to Washington. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message, hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory, be aggressive. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it's a 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
They've already gone for it and made it once on this opening drive. They're going to try it again on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Elway. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Curry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
90 Wolf. Check out.
From the red zone now, Elway on 1st down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Elway. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one, it didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7 on the run. This is Hunt. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Buzz. Ready.
On 3rd down, Elway. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And look at this. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. The fake punt gets them 13 yards. A huge play on special teams. It's a first down.
base.
Here we go.
Five.
On first down, Walls. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And now look at him go. And it's a touchdown. Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and then take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can...
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Elway. He's going deep for Brown. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Ready? 18, Gator. 58, Sam off.
They'll start on the ground with Lynch. He'll have a first down past the 40. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Able to get there and pick it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Topper!
He's checking.
2.
Throwing on 2nd down. Marino. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
Set. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
You get time.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
53, come on. Check.
From midfield now, Marino. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Hey, Haywood!
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Go. Go. Hey.
Mike's got it.
4th down. Here's Marino. Man open. It's Moss, complete. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know. Defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Smooth.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
Get it.
Out of the gun, it's Marino. Over the middle, it's complete. And all the way in for the touchdown. In for the score. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown, and teams that looked like they had a victory, all of a sudden were going home with a loss.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally you know.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Here we go.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now it's Elway. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And they'll send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. There he goes left side. And touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing now, Elway on first down. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Curry. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Elway will throw. Paul bringing it in. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Ready?
Elway to throw on second. Flushed it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That's right. Get off the train tracks, baby. Get off the train tracks.
The tackle made back at the 39-yard line.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Good job.
Now the Pro Bowl kicker, Aldrich Rosas. Last year, he hit one from 57. This will be from 56 yards out. McNabb to throw. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Oh, did the kicking team get it? Yes. The onside kick works like a charm. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will score. It's a touchdown. The kick return touchdown goes for 97 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Well, they're just having fun. I mean, they are clicking on every single cylinder, offense, defense, and here, special teams.
And how about the extension of the lead? This one felt a lot like, you remember Seattle-Denver Super Bowl 48? Percy Harvin to start the second half. Seattle was already firmly in control. Now, they feel like they can't be caught.
Yeah, they are firmly in control right now.
First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going...
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Elway to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
First and 10 at the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Elway. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Got a man. It's Brown. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And look at this, another fake, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. So they get the first down. Maybe not a huge play in terms of yardage, but the fake punt does the job.
Here we go, set, 10 logo.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
2.
From midfield, Elway. This will be caught by Brown.
Let's stop. Let's stop.
Out of bounds at the 41-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They fake the give. Now Elway. Man open left side is Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Hunt. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd down, Elway. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Elway. And my goodness, another interception. Snags it for the pick. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Check 9, check 9.
They start the drive with Lynch, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
22 Jet Bomber, 22 Jet Bomber. Go.
Marino here from down around his goal line. Complete. It's Johnson. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, and he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A big play there. 96 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Elway now off of play action. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Columbus. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Elway. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
That's another
down. 90 Wolf.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Shoot.
Washington now out of the gun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ready.
On second down, Elway. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Got an open man, it's Washington. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 15 and a first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out.
And it's caught. Touchdown. From 19 yards away. And his guys are able to get a score back. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback. But, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead. But at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
PAT up and good by Rosas as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
61, matchbox right. Hey, lock it.
To throw on 3rd down. Reagan forced out, and the pressure gets to him again.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. On 4th down, Reagan flush to his right. Now he's going to send this one deep. It's caught inside the 25. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Let's go. You draw Corker. 70, Indy.
At the 13-yard line.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Bravo.
Lucky. Hey, Mike's 50.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Back to throw. Reagan, throw left side, complete to Moss. Call it a gain of 5. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
On the
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 7-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Hey, Charlie. 5.
Play action. Elway. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 16. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick sixes in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments in this one. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They run from the shotgun with Washington. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
On 1st and 10, Elway. Washington's got it. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Off the play fake, Elway. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
Let's make these big. Hey, back up.
Now Elway on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Marquise Brown was the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Throwing again. Elway. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 13-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coach,